Good evening. I am Jason Voorhees, and this is Halloween Horror Madness. Tonight, we will watch 5 terrifying videos from some of the scariest movies that I have never been in. 4 of the 5 using only practical effects to get their scares. I hope you don't have a heart attack from these terrifying videos. Enjoy, and I'll see you at the end.
The Blob, reaching out in terror. Our first scary scene is from the movie The Blob. This one terrified me to the bone when I was a child, and this phone booth scene is one of the most famous deaths in the whole movie. A woman is trying to escape the Blob and thinks she has gotten away. Now attempting to make a call, she desperately phones the police station, only to find out the person she is trying to contact has already met with a dismal end, as we will soon find out. Looks like Herb didn't make it, and now it's your turn to die. Time for a bonus scene from the movie. A woman reaching out in sheer terror that just looks absolutely horrifying. This one still gets me. Poltergeist 2, The Birth of Cain. The Poltergeist movies are among my favorite of all the scary movies, especially the first one. But this scene here depicts Stephen vomiting out a vile creature that has made its way inside of him when he drank a shot of tequila. It's another excellent use of practical effects from a bygone era. But what happens next is truly horrifying. As it slithers its nasty self under the bed, it quickly evolves into a gross, skeletal creature of Cain, the poltergeist that is haunting the family and trying to take Carol Ann. This next part still has me shaking my head as to how well it was done. The suit used here looks almost perfect and very realistic. Every time I watch this, I can't get over the realism that they had achieved. This whole moment is so believable aside from the transformation under the bed. Just look at that. What an evil glare that pierces into the heart of anyone watching. Nightmare on Elm Street, Tina's Death. The original Nightmare on Elm Street movie haunted me as a child and for many years after. Freddy Krueger is still my favorite out of all the spooky villains because of how he can get you. There is absolutely no escaping him. At some point, we all must sleep. A monster that kills you in your dreams? What a brilliant idea for a horror film that still to this day has not been matched in originality.
Please, God.
This is God.
Well, I do have one movie that I think comes close these days, but you'll have to find me in the comments to know what it is. Anyway, Tina's death scene is a masterpiece as far as death scenes go. She literally gets dragged up a wall and onto the ceiling as her boyfriend watches helplessly. And as a child, this was something that shook me to my core. Even as an adult, you may find difficulty in watching this, but nevertheless, here it is, 2021's third best death scene using only practical effects. House on Haunted Hill. Deadly recording. Here is our only clip using more modern type effects. This is a horror scene that is buried deep into my soul after having witnessed it. The movie itself was just okay, although I thought the title was quite good. I remember having watched it way back in 1999. I was 18 and thought to myself, nothing can creep me out anymore. Well, boy was I wrong. Here we watch Melissa, a reporter, beginning her tour of the mansion, wandering around in places that she simply should not be going. It already has this ominous feel to it, and we know something very bad is about to happen to my high school crush here, Sonya Blade. Suddenly, a gust of wind blows by her. This is the first sign that you should be heading back, but of course, she presses on. Any normal person would head in the opposite direction, but Sonya Blade needs her story. So on she goes, deeper and deeper into the abyss, looking all vulnerable and shit. What's around that corner? Now she approaches an abandoned surgery room, panning all around until cutting back. To what's that? There's people operating? How can this be? This place is abandoned. Now for the first horrifying glimpse of this evil house. There's an ominous tone, but threatening. As the surgeons look up, I can feel terrified in my bones. But what comes next will have you dreaming nightmares for days to come. Quick attack and flashes of imagery fry the brain, and Sonya Blade gets wrecked. Fatality.
I guess old Melissa found what she was looking for.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Cockroach Motel. If you want to find some very uniquely crafted death scenes, look no further than the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Yep, we're back to Freddy Krueger. This may just be heralded as the best kill Freddy ever did. Here Debbie Stevens is dreaming that she is working out, but Freddy takes advantage. Pushing down hard on the barbell, Debbie just can't fight it. We know something bad is about to happen, but what? No pain, no gain, as Debbie's arms snap like chicken bones. Holy shit, what a fucked up image. Her friends race to come save her, but it's no use. Now, her arms dangle as she gets up with bug arms coming out of her elbows. Once again, the use of practical effects gets the job done nicely. I wish modern day movies would stick more to this format than the use of CGI. Her arms drop to the floor, and from here, she continues to become more insect-like. Finding herself trapped in a bug trap. This is a deranged and sinister moment that only Freddy Krueger could think up. Now you see things from the perspective of inside the trap, and it works very well. Debbie gets stuck in sticky glue and rips her face off trying to get up. From here, she's just a bug in a trap, and Freddy knows he's got her. What a classic.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
So if you've survived this far into the video, then congratulations. Now, if you're lucky, we will do one more Halloween video for Resident Evil 4 in VR. But if I don't do it, that means I didn't have the time for it. So too bad. But until next time, this has been Jason Voorhees for Halloween Horror Madness on DDG. Good night.